Hi, Sailor Moon, Sailor Mercury here, and today we're going to talk about why Sailor Moon Cosmos or Sailor Moon Stars or World or whatever you want to call it, hasn't been on Netflix yet. Now, most of the time, you would think that it would be, on Netflix, since Netflix tends to have the streaming deals to the Sailor Moon shows, at least everything from Earth 1, 2, and 3 and Forever 1 and 2. When it comes to, we'll call it Cosmos or World, they don't seem to have that. Only some folks out there seem to say, yeah, it's coming to them. But you don't hear anything. There is no showings talking about it. And if you go on Twitter or Gil, there isn't anything talking about it either. So, anyway, your guess is as good as mine of why it didn't show up on Netflix yet. Now, a lot of folks out there probably have their own thoughts and their own beliefs to why it hasn't showed up yet. Now, one belief might go like this: well, they didn't get the rights to the last following. Well, how would you not get the rights to the last following? I mean, if you got the rights to the first four, we'll say, because the first three of them were real drawing shows, and the fourth one was more of a film broken into two slices, as well as what the fifth one would be. So if you got the rights to the first four of them, why would you not get the rights to work with the fifth one? And then there was Sagas and Tales coming out. Well, this is more say. This isn't anything that I've read on the interweb. So some folks seem to think that, Viz lost the rights to doing the English work on it. The only thing I heard about it was, that it's coming out on disc, at the end of the year, the 12th month. And I was truly looking forward to, watching it and giving my thoughts on it. But it looks like that need be not happen. You want to go on now? Oh yeah. I mean, the only two websites, at least in the 4-1 rights, that would have, the only two websites we know of that would get some deal for it would have been HULU or Netflix. And since Netflix tend to got the streaming rights, you would think that the fifth following, Sailor Moon Cosmos, or Sailor Moon Stars, since Cosmos is a Hellenist borrowed word, you would think that they would have gotten the fifth following. And why is it that why is this one taking so long? Now, either you're putting it on and then they putting it on disc, so it lets me believe that something went wrong with the streaming deal, and the only way they knew to get it out was put it on disc, which I guess is alright. But sadly, some folks looking forward to the streaming only to learn that, we're not getting it this year. And someone keeps saying, oh yes, it is coming to it. Well, where did you hear that from? Because I haven't heard anything from Netflix themselves, or from Viz, or from Toei, or anything else. So, your guess is good as mine of where Sailor Moon Cosmos or Sailor Moon Stars is at. So, I don't know. All we do know is that, it came out in the film halls in the 6th and the 30th of the 6th month earlier this year. And all we know now, it's coming out on disc in the 12th month. But no word to why it didn't, but no word or update to why it did not get streamed. And I know some of you folks out there might think, oh, I'll just have work one of those tools and I can shift what land my interweb is in and go to some other one. Well, you can go to every single offshoot of Netflix there is and every land and settling there is, and it's not going to be on there. So even if you had that tool, it's not going to be on any of those, so you'd just be blowing your time. I don't know why it's not on there. But your guess is as good as mine of why it's not. And it's not like any of the it's not any of the well-known Sailor Moon followers on Euro even know anymore but than we do. And these are folks that tend to know that by every single Sailor Moon thing there is, you know, and have watched the show over the years, and even they don't know. You know? Well, you're right. At the end of the day, Sailor Mercury, you're right. My show, Sailor Moon Stars, should have been on Netflix by now. And since it's coming out on film discs, that leads you to one or two beliefs. One, they couldn't get the streaming rights to the fifth one. Two, they didn't want to have it streamed. I don't understand why they would not. You know. And some folks seem to guilt it on things, or whatever grounds, sake or why, they just thought, no, put it out on disc. You know. And for someone like me, which didn't get all the new ones on disc now, I think that's kind of sad. So your guess is as good as mine if it ever coming out to Netflix or not. I would make my guess, and I'm only guessing like everyone else out here, that it would come out, but mostly sometime next year. You know. So, anyway, that's all the time we got. And if you like our film, follow us over here at Sailor Moon for Life. Watch the other film we made yesterday over here. You want to do that, Sailor Mercury? Yeah. When Sailor Moon in Tuxedo Mask, or evening wear, evening coat, hide, gave their shout out to Astronema. You know, yeah, it's the same one we're fighting. I, Sailor Mercury, Amy, or Sailor Quicksilver, I, Sailor Moon Serena, and we'll see you later. Goodbye. I'm the one always has to end my films.